So here's the big question, a wide open governor's race in 2026. Who are Democrats and Republicans going to put up? Tyler, we'll start with you.
Sure.
Now that we know it's not going to be Reynolds, what are Republicans thinking?
Yeah, so the good news for Republicans, just with the tremendous success the last several cycles, I think that there has a tremendous roster has developed across the state. Talented folks. We have folks in statewide positions from Attorney General Brenna Bird, who has, of course, very close ties with President Trump and the Trump administration. Our Secretary of Agriculture, Mike Negg. We have folks serving in Congress right now who are very, very popular in their districts. So I think there's no shortage of individuals, that you hear about who potentially would be, very formidable for this spot. So I think, I do expect it to be a very busy primary.
Joni Ernst is up for a re-election also in 2026. So are Iowa's, 4 U.S. House seats. You've heard names potentially like Zach Nunn being floated, but would Republicans want to, potentially give up having an incumbent in one of those congressional seats?
So that's the calculus, right? So with Congressman Nunn's seat being as contested as it is, that's certainly I would imagine be part of his decision factor, his family's, and others as well. But as Jeff has said before, these open seats for governor don't come open often. And again, I think the good news for Republicans is there is just a battle-tested group that has shown they're kind of how well that they've performed. They've won tough re-elections in the last couple cycles, and so I think there's going to be an ample number of folks who are going to be taking calls, who are going to give a real serious look here.
Jeff, on the Democratic side of things, we don't have a candidate that's made an announcement to my knowledge. We do know that State Auditor Rob Sand has raised a lot of money, and there's been some, whispers of his potential plans to run for governor. Is that something that you're hearing, or potentially some other names being floated?
Yeah, I would think Friday was a good day for Rob Sand. He's been taking a look at this race, and he's our only statewide elected official, and he should take a look at the race. I wouldn't be surprised if there are other leaders who step up and take a look at the race. There's been some names floated in the Senate race. They might take a look at the governor's race now that that's opened. And I also wouldn't be surprised if there were some independent candidates that surfaced in this process. So there'll be a lot of sorting out to do, but I think Sand has the most advantages right now because he is a statewide office holder. And he has really created, I think, a good profile for himself as the state auditor. So we'll see how things come. You have a lot of battle-tested candidates, but that also kind of points to the fact that you could have a pretty nasty primary.
Potentially, and we've seen primaries, in the last few years, right? Some of the Republicans are more threatened by a primary challenger than they are, from the left. Although in this case, we wouldn't have a challenger; it would be a primary open race. But a lot to watch.